our entire nation to work together to get us past this.
Hey, Greg, you're a young fellow, so I'm thinking to myself, you know how to party.
Yes.
So what would
Party
you
of
say?
one.
Because, hey, no nasty comments
party
here.
of five.
Give Greg a chance. Greg, what would you say to these party animals?
All right, so I don't think we should be surprised that young people engage in high-risk activity. At that age, young people already don't understand the effects of dumb behavior on their mortality. They have the highest death rates in car accidents, and they do really stupid things. Now you want them to see how their behavior affects others, like Gramps and Granny. And if they can't understand that, then they're not worth talking to. But that's the problem, because now it's no longer about them. We almost need to lie to them. You have to tell them that it's a sexually transmitted disease, because then they won't go to spring break. If you said this is worse than herpes, then they might go home. But I do think that there needs to be consequences in order for them to understand the importance of this, because obviously, to the doctor's point, congregating, asymptomatic spread, you combine those two things together, it ain't going to stop spreading. So these kids should stay home and drink at home like I do, the responsible way. I drink at home under a sun lamp.
Is that right?
That's not good for your health.
Greg makes an interesting point, which I had wrote an entire book about the whole purpose of we respond to positive and negative reinforcements, especially this generation. So unless there is some sort of tangible positive reinforcement, which is they're obviously not getting sick, they're going to have a negative reinforcement to follow what we need them to do to help us get through this crisis.
Imprisonment, doctor? Do you suggest imprisonment?
Hey. No, I didn't say. I don't think that's what you said.
And I don't even know what that is. In public health doesn't necessarily take in the ethical or economical toll that this is going to have on our country. But the purpose is, I feel that we have a lack of incentives for anything these days, even just living healthily. And this generation specifically is really bad at that.
All right. So, Jesse, you're the closest sample we have here to one of these young people at the beach. What would you say to your peers?
My peers. Thanks, Juan. I mean, telling a college student to practice social distancing is like telling Dana Perino to stay away from Jasper.
Yeah,
it's not going to happen.
That would be really tough.
These kids are young, they're dumb, they don't understand consequences, their hormones are raging, and they're very selfish people. Like, Hannity tried to cancel spring break. Hannity couldn't even cancel spring break. What are you going to declare? Martial law? You're going to close all the beaches and the bars and lock up any kid that's out past curfew? You can't do it. So, as someone that went to spring break and then reported on spring break, I'm a spring break veteran. So I will say, out of respect, young college students, for your parents and your grandparents who are paying your college tuition to go to spring break and cut loose, don't do it. Now, are they going to listen to me? No, especially the SEC schools. They're like an unstoppable force. Maybe the Big Ten or the ACC, but these kids are going to do what they want, and just think about it. Just think about it.
Thank you. Dana, little criticism for Congressman Devin Nunes, who said, if you're feeling good, go out, have dinner, go to a bar. Now people are saying, what are you telling these young people?
Yeah, look, I'm just listening to Dr. Fauci and Dr. Birx and the public health professionals. Those are who I'm listening to. I like the meme that it said, your grandparents were asked to go to war. You are being asked to sit on a couch.
Yes.
Surely you can do that. I like this chart. I like a chart. I don't know if you can.
Beautiful.
So this is from the New York Times. It basically said if you can avert one case, then 2,400 get averted within a week.
Wow.
See? Right here. There's the chart.
That's a chart.
So that's like a visual thing that you could show young people. But here's the other thing I would say. As future employers of these people, if you find out that any of these people that you think you might hire went to spring break or went to the bar or disregarded public health officials, I wouldn't hire them. And if they post it on social media, believe me, I'll find it. And you will not get hired. That's the kind of punishment that they will listen to.
Wow.
Dana, you're a tough customer.
Absolutely.
Coming
Dirty
up,
Dana.
Joe Biden, Bernie Sanders.